Hey guys, and welcome back to the JTO channel. And this is your review of Liverpool 2, Chelsea 1. A disappointing result at Anfield. Sorry I didn't make a preview for this game yesterday. I just couldn't, literally just could not do it. But obviously, here's the review. If you do enjoy this video, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Of course, do all that lovely stuff. Share the video around if you're already a subscriber. Yeah, we're not here to talk about all that. We're here to talk about the game today. And Chelsea lost 2-1 at Anfield. And, there was a lot of, I wouldn't say hype, but I think there was a lot of questions around this game in terms of what were we going to do? How were we going to set up? And just in terms of how we were going to play. And just to see where we are as a team today. And I think today's game showed where we are as a team, potentially. In terms of what this team can do, I think. Where's the ceiling in terms of this season? And I must say, overall, we lost 2-1. And when you look at that performance today, when you look at who played well, the starting 11, tactically as well, you'd come away from a game like that not feeling too disappointed, considering where Liverpool have been over the last couple of years and where we've been over the last couple of years. You would, to an extent, feel not necessarily proud, but you'd feel encouraged by a game like that. But I can't lie to you guys, I'm feeling a bit disappointed today. I don't know whether that's because this team have been playing so well, since the start of the season. I'm thinking we could have got something today at Anfield. But when I look at the game in general, I just think to myself, I think we should have got something today. I really think today we should have at least got a draw. Not saying we should have won. No way. No way. We didn't do anywhere near enough for a win today. But did Liverpool do enough today to win? Did Liverpool... Did you get the vibe today that Liverpool played well enough to win, to deserve the win? I don't think so. I think they were there for the taking. And I'm going to get to the second half, because I think the second half is where we really lost the game in terms of how we reacted after the second goal, in my opinion. But we'll get to that later on. Anyway, let's get into it. So we saw the starting 11, and I must say, I think everybody was surprised. As you can see on screen, everyone was surprised by that team. We had Reece James back in the team. We had Lavia in as well. These are two players, especially Reece James, that have just come back from injury. Lavia, this is his first start since Manchester City. Reece James, this is the first game he's played for us, I'm pretty sure, since he got sent off when we played Brighton away last season. When we won that game 2-1, I'm pretty sure. So it was huge from Maresca to pick those two today. And when I looked at the team in general, it was obviously Robert Sanchez, Reece James, Tosin, Colwell, Gusto at left back, Lavia, Caicedo midfield, Palmer in the 10, Neto, no, not Neto, Sancho on the left, Madueke on the right, Jackson up front. And I can't lie, other than the fact that Vega wasn't playing, and to an extent Neto, I was pretty happy with the team. I actually wanted Pedro Neto to start this game, and this is why it annoys me that, I didn't do a preview for this game, because there's loads of things I wanted to touch on before this game happened, about the starting 11 and who we should play, and why this player has to play well, and we've got to be careful of this player and da-da-da-da-da. And I thought to myself, Jadon Sancho's been playing well for us. But I think in a game like this, where I think you can get in behind Liverpool, and with Trent, you need someone who's fast and direct. I just thought to myself, Pedro Neto on that left-hand side, I just think tactically would be better suited for this game than Jadon Sancho. And you saw in the first half, Jadon Sancho dropped a stinker. He dropped a stinker. Let's just be real. And that's why he went off at half time. And Chelsea in general in that first half, I actually thought first 20 minutes we played really well. I thought we were on the ascendancy. I thought we were playing through their press really well. I thought Lavia, that performance from Lavia today, especially in the first half, it is exactly why I've said to you many times on this video, on here, guys, right? He has to be in this team. He has to be in this team. He just gives us that exact discipline we need in a number six. That discipline that Enzo and Caicedo simply cannot give you because naturally they're not number sixes. Caicedo is a more box-to-box midfielder. Enzo, you can't really play him in the six, especially from a defensive point of view, because they both don't have the discipline to play that role. You saw it today in Lavia when he's receiving the ball from the centre backs. He's first touch good, awareness brilliant. He's getting out the press by just dribbling. Shimmying on the turn. Brilliant today. Great decision making defensively, always there as well. Like Lavia today was solid. Really really good game from Lavia today. You know, and I thought we were comfortable. I thought Liverpool, they were playing okay, but I thought we were playing better. We were getting the ball a lot down Jadon Sancho's side. And Jadon Sancho, for me, just wasn't doing enough against Trent Alexander-Arnold. You've then got the other side, Noni Madueke, who I thought, couple good runs in behind, couple good dribbles, was cooking Robertson at times, but it just didn't lead to anything. And I wouldn't say that was necessarily his fault, because I thought he was making the right decision most of the time when he was on the ball, when he was making those runs in behind. So I thought you got Noni, who's providing a threat and trying to do something. You got Jadon on the left, who's not doing enough, because we're breaking through their press quite well with Levi Colwell's passes, and Reece James, and Caicedo, and Lavia, and these guys. But we're not doing enough in the final third. Jackson, not doing enough. Palmer today, stinker. Stinker. Let's just call it for what it is. Absolute stinker from Cole Palmer today. So yeah, that's that. And then Liverpool, just for 5 minutes, cause a bit of trouble. Cole gets a bit rattled by Salah. He's having a little tussle. They appeal for a penalty then. It's not a penalty. We should have got a penalty, however, for Jadon Sancho. I mean, Trent stamped on his flipping foot and is nowhere near the ball. I can't believe VAR just brushed that aside because the ball was in play. What is going on here? If the penalty that Liverpool got is a penalty, in which it is, by the way, not saying it isn't, it's 1000% a penalty. The Jadon Sancho one is a penalty. It's a penalty, bro. Anyway, but yeah, Liverpool, they eventually get the penalty. Colwell kicks Curtis Jones, which is accidental. I know Colwell's trying to get the ball, but he just simply doesn't. He gets Curtis Jones. It's a penalty. Salah's never going to miss 1-0. And yeah, going to half-time, it's 1-0. And I'm thinking to myself, I think we've been the better team overall. Maybe 50-50, because after Liverpool scored the goal, they were the better team and you thought they were controlling the game pretty nicely. But I thought, we should be 1-1 here. We should have got a penalty, etc., etc. Lavia's playing well, though. Caicedo's playing well. Palmer, stinker. Jadon Sancho, stinker. Nicholas Jackson, stinker. Madueke, all right. Reece James playing really well. I thought every time they tried to catch him in behind with Gakpo, I thought he was handling it really well. On the ball, as smooth as ever. Crossing, fantastic and dangerous. Tossing, absolute stinker. Oh my days. Arguably should have been sent off. He's lucky he wasn't, considering the nonsense that was happening with Saliba yesterday. I actually don't call me a hypocrite. I don't think it was a red card, because when you look at when you look at where Colwell is and you look at the direction the ball is going, for me, Colwell would have covered it. But even before we get to that, Tosin and Jota looked like they were going to have a sprint race. It looked neck and neck in terms of they were going to have a race. It didn't look like Jota was far away from Tosin, or it didn't look like Jota was going to get away from Tosin. Whilst with the game yesterday, Evan Nilsson looked like he was going to actually get away from Saliba. And the direction the ball's going, Ben White is too far away. And he's never going to get to that ball or anywhere near close to it to sort of stop the attack from him potentially stopping an attack. Whilst in this case, it's a bit different. It's kind of the same scenario, but it's a little bit different. There's certain small details, and that's the reason why it's a yellow card. But Tosin, stinker. He was at fault for the second goal even. But yeah, we go into the second half. He brings off Jadon Sancho, which I liked. Brings on Pedro Neto for me. In hindsight, of course, but if you don't believe me and you're saying, oh, you're just saying the Pedro Neto stuff in hindsight, go look at my tweet before the game. I said a part of me wanted Neto to start. I thought a game like this could be for him, despite Jadon Sancho's good form since he's joined the club. I was just thinking of it from a tactical perspective. That's all. But Neto comes on, and I thought Neto throughout the half, he posed a threat. I thought he was doing well. Just not enough conviction in the final third. So yeah, but we get the goal. Caicedo loves playing these through balls for fun, man. To Nicholas Jackson. Like I said, him and Jackson seem to have this connection. They've done it a few times this season. Happened in this game, happened at West Ham, happened at Bournemouth. Caicedo is reaping the rewards of his good work. And Jackson, what a finish, man. Brilliant finish. They tried to say it was offside at first. He was onside. It was given as a goal. Brilliant goal from Nicholas Jackson, and happy for him. Considering he didn't play well today for me, it was good that he got on the score sheet. Now, at that point, you're thinking, okay, Chelsea, just calm down for 5 minutes. Calm it down. Don't let Liverpool get back into it. Don't let them get another goal. Let's calm the game down. We're about to bring subs on because Reece James can't play the whole game. Lavia can't play the whole game. And Tosin's dropped a stinker, so we got to bring on Badiashile as well. And then we just concede. Salah's passing, by the way, his passing over the years, I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. So fair play to him. It was a good ball. I must say, though, Tosin's awareness, poor. Robert Sanchez should come out and claim it, but I think because of the penalty incident in the first half, he's a little bit hesitant. Because Curtis Jones takes a poor first touch. And in that moment, Sanchez should really come and claim that ball. I think he had enough time to claim it. But I think he was hesitant. It's poor, and he should do better, Sanchez, but I genuinely think I'm going to let him off because I genuinely believe it's down to hesitancy because of the penalty that he conceded in the first half that obviously was overturned and wasn't a penalty. The one where Curtis Jones was through, Sanchez gets the ball, but he takes out Curtis Jones. That's the one. I think he was hesitant, so I'm going to allow him on this one. But I think after that, we just lost. I think that's where we lost the game, man. Our reaction after that, not good enough. I mean, for a 2-1 game, for a game that close, that tight, it felt a little bit too comfortable for me from both sides. The way both sides were playing after Liverpool scored to make it 2-1, it felt to me like it was a 2-2 game. Both teams are accepting it. We will both move on. We'll take the draw, shake hands, see you later. That's the vibe I got as the game went on in that second half. And I didn't like that at all. The urgency wasn't there. The intensity for me just was not there. You know, I didn't feel like we wanted it enough because I believe they were there for the taking. Don't get it twisted. I think maybe Liverpool's structure and the way they were set up allowed the game to pan out in the way it did after they scored, because I must say, I think after they scored, the way they controlled the game for the rest of that half was top tier from Onslaught's men. Absolutely top tier. Fantastic work in my opinion. But yeah, from our perspective overall, look, overall, I think it was a decent performance. I think in terms of the attack, it had to do better for me. You got to cause them more trouble. But at the same time, there's a reason why Liverpool have only conceded 3 goals this season, 2 goals before this game. There's a reason why that's happened. You know, they're a pretty good side defensively. But I just think to myself, boy, we could have got something out of that game. And overall, look, it's a performance you can be encouraged by. I think it's a performance that tells you Chelsea can compete in the big games this season. They will compete in the big games this season. We did do it against Manchester City. We did to an extent. We did it today. And I think top 4 is this team's ceiling. We have a lot of the tools already. We just need a little bit more conviction and better decision making in the final third, in the big games at least. So yeah, it is what it is. We lose the game. We move on really. We've got Newcastle away at home next in the Premier League, and we've got Panathinaikos in the Conference League upcoming soon. So yeah, we'll see what happens in those games. But overall, just a bittersweet taste in my mouth about that game. It's just something telling me we should have. I just think we should have got more at that game. I'm a little bit disappointed in us to an extent today, but I'm not angry. Well, I am fuming, but I'm not like angry or fuming in a way of, oh my god, these players are a disgrace. Oh, the manager is a disgrace. If I was to give criticism to the manager, I think bringing on Christopher Nkunku just to put him out on the left-hand side was a waste of time. You're going for the game, you need a goal, Christopher Nkunku comes on, and you don't put him either at number 10 or in the striker position. I'm sorry. I think we would have been better off if you want to keep Jackson and Nkunku on the field whilst playing Palmer in the 10 and Neto on the right. Move Jackson to the left and move Nkunku up front because Jackson is a better left winger than Nkunku is. That way, we have our clinical striker up front in Nkunku. Jackson, who's versatile, got enough technical ability, good dribble of the ball, can play on the left. You've got Neto, Palmer. I think he should have done that. My opinion. But yeah, in terms of players today, I think Gusto, stinker today. My days. He needs to wake up because this season's not been good enough from him. He needs to do better. Whether it was at left back or right back, defensively, on the ball, his decision making, his crossing, everything. Positioning, awful today, Gusto. Absolutely awful today. Not good enough, in my opinion. Enzo came on, didn't do enough for me. Badiashile came on to shore up things, I guess. Vega came on, didn't really do much, didn't really offer much, in my opinion. Nkunku, for me, was limited because of the way the manager used him. Palmer, not good enough today. Jackson, not good enough today. Big up to Caicedo. Big up to Lavia. I thought they were both fantastic today. I thought Reece James was fantastic today. Robert Sanchez. Do I have to say any more? Get me a goalkeeper next summer. I'm sorry. The guy's not good enough. If the aim of the if we want to go back to challenging for titles and winning titles, players like him have to leave the club. Simple. Colwell today, other than that 5 minutes of madness with Salah and the conceded penalty, I thought he played well today. Toss in stinker. So, yeah, Jadon Sancho stinker, etc., etc. So, yeah, we move on, guys. If you did enjoy this review, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications, and I will see you guys whenever I see you guys. Yeah, disappointing result for the Chelsea. But yeah, we move on, guys. Anyway, I'll see you lot whenever I see you lot. Peace.